everyone.
Hi, Vishri. Hello.
Hi.
I'm Industri Haridas, and I'm an MTech graduate. I've been into software industry for 6 years now. I'm into pranic healing for the past 8 years, and we have gathered today to know about a senior person in pranic healing who has done a tremendous work for Grandmaster Chokok Sui's teachings. So we welcome Lieutenant Colonel Venkataramana, rather Paramahamsa Venkataramana. Atma Namaste, sir. And we have Saurabh. He is also practicing pranic healing. He is a student of Venkataramana, sir, and we welcome Saurabh to the session. Atma Namaste, Saurabh.
Thank you. Thank you for that introduction. I'm Saurabh Dhole, and I've been part of Pranic Healing Group since I think 2014 or 15. Dad also used to work in army, and that's how I got introduced to Colonel Venkataramana. I was actually that time on the spiritual quest and trying to identify a meditation group. And that time I did join Art of Living group, and in one of the gatherings, I think I met him, and he just briefly told me that we are also on the same lines of Art of Living and something much more. Why don't you come and experience this pranic healing activity? And the journey has been completely different since then. I think during that time I did courses with him during 2015-16, and then in between I went abroad to pursue higher studies. That time I got disconnected from this group, but when I came back to India again, I have rejoined and been actively in the meditation group. Every morning we have our meditation groups so that we purify ourselves. And I'm a mechanical engineer by profession, but then on the spiritual quest, definitely Sir is helping me to pursue that as well along with the career. So thank you so much. And I'll also introduce Venkataramana, who has been in army his majority of life, but then also got into spirituality and joined pranic healing. And we are here to understand how he has transitioned and been able to successfully transition from that hostile army environment of like firefighting and that sacrificing for someone else, giving their lives towards that spiritual journey where he's uplifting everyone and promoting good life and peaceful living. So thank you for joining here, Venkataramana, and I'll hand it over to you, sir.
Saurabh. Yeah, thank you, Saurabh, and thank you, Industry. I mean, Saurabh is from Pune and you're from Bangalore. It's nice that we have jointly come into this type of query. I know that Saurabh is my student. You're also my student almost. Industry, I've been here for the last 6 years. You have been there. Now, not being a student, you cannot say that you are most of the courses you have done with me. But see, I have done about say 28 years in pranic healing. Started off when I was in Leh. I met one of my colleagues in Air Force who was a wing commander, and he said, "Okay, you are doing something in his hand." I was very curious, why is he doing that? And then I found that he is healing. I said, "How can you heal someone?" I was not able to believe my eyes. Then he said, "Okay, I'll teach you." I said, "First you teach me, then I'll see." Then he said, "See, can you feel the energy?" No, I couldn't feel anything. Like you people are much better than me. You could feel at least. When you move your hand like this, you could feel. I couldn't sense that time. Then I said, "What is pranic healing? Then let me know." So he had introduced me to this particular thing. And then slowly what happened is that when I took the first lesson in the basic course I did, he became a teacher and came and taught me. But before that, what is that? In 94, he introduced me to the twin heart meditation. That particular thing which I want to make it to you, because the way we sat and did the meditation, you will not believe it. It was in ice cold water we were putting our legs. And when the temperature, outside temperature was about -10, -15 like that. And we were sitting on the river, Indus River, putting our legs in that and sitting. He said, "Don't worry, it will be for some time, it will cold." I said, "Hope it will not freeze." So he said, "No, nothing like that will happen." And we did the meditation, and then that is the first time I had an experience about what is meditation is. So that's how
we should try that then. In our morning meditation, we should definitely go to Indus and do that.
Yeah, if you put your leg in some water source and you take it, most of the things, I mean, you're getting purified a lot. Like if you go to the Ganges, you put your leg inside the Ganges river, and then if you do the meditation, it's really good. So I am basically an army person, but the thing is that I did my engineering and management from BITS Penani, and then I came in contact in the army. I joined the army out of just sheer passion I had because my brother was in the army. I said, no, I also become an army officer. So I became an army officer just to want to show everyone that I also can become. People are thinking that I cannot become an army officer when I was young because I hardly spoke. Now when I speak, no one stops me. So that is the way I am now. So I became an army officer, and then afterwards I said, let me learn something from him. When he said pranic healing, I said, okay, practice. I started practicing the day one itself. The moment he taught me the basic course, immediately I said, I went to my office. I used to have a bucket. I was the garrison engineer of the late division, Air Force division. So I used to have a bucket of water with salt water, that is the disposable unit. And I used to keep, whenever someone comes, okay, I give you healing, come. If some pain is there, I said, okay, good. Was doing this so much that my peon, a lady, she was so curious about me. She said, no, now he is something, some guru. So she used to wipe the cups and other things for me when she brings up coffee also. She used to bring in a new cup and she will not allow anyone to touch it. She was so clean about it. So she made it more purification that thing. She thought I'm
Thank you, Colonel Venkataramana, for that lovely introduction. So during the introduction, what industry gave about you, she mentioned briefly about baby art. So since we are part of the community, we already know what baby art is and Paramahansa is. But for the community and viewers, can you let them also know what exactly we mean by baby art and Padmahansa, and then we'll get towards the journey proceed ahead.
okay. Actually, it's a good question. Yeah, the baby arat. Why we talk about baby arat means we have not, an arat means purified in all aspects of an arat. We are not saying that we are completely purified. So to come to that purification, you're only a baby now. That's what is the baby arat means. And what normally a Paramahamsa means, it's a, Amsa means it's a swan. Hamsa.
Yes.
Hamsa is a swan. It is got pure white in its body. That's why it's called Hamsa, like pure, and it can easily filter. It can take out milk from the, even if you pour water and milk together, it can take out the milk alone separately. It can separate the milk. That's what they say, talk about. So Hamsa means the essence of, like, Parama Hamsa means that we are soul realized being. We know that we are not the body, we are not the thought. Everyone knows that we are not the body. But how many of us relate? Like, for example, like we say, I am feeling hungry. I am not feeling hungry. My body is feeling hungry.
Right.
If you realize that, because we keep on mentioning that I am so and so, I am so and so, it's not me. The body is like, I am feeling hungry, means the body is feeling hungry. In fact, most of the Americans have a very nice way of saying this. My body is feeling very difficult to stay in this place. Like that, they keep on telling about this. Actually, the body is different from the soul. So when you realize that you are not the body, you are not the thought, you are not the emotions, you are the soul. That is that when you realize that you are the soul, then you attain a particular level of understanding that what you are, why you have come here. Because many of us forget what is our goal of coming. That's what is Paramahamsa means. So when you realize that you're not the body, you're not, and nothing is mine. Nothing is mine. I mean, I don't have any relationship with me. This is mine. Suppose today someone wants it, if I give it, then I first don't think about it. Like, are we not possessive about anything which we have? For example, if I had a car, I just gave it off to someone and did not bother about it. I didn't sell it off to him. I just gave it off. How will you, I mean, what if your feeling should be there when you see that car again? Normally,
Well,
a normal human being will have so much of attachment over मेरा car को ऐसे कर दिया बोलकर ऐसे attachment हो जाता है. But somehow I never felt anything. I gave it off. I said, that's it. Usko de diya, de diya. But now I don't even think about that. That particular feeling is what you come when you become a paramount. Maybe I may not be such a purified person, but then still I'm in the process of becoming a better person. That's what the first stage before you become God realized, right? And why should you
Right.
require? When you purify yourself, you become one with God. And once you're one with God, then you have higher things to do. Not only this in this earth, you have better things to do. You only think about shortcomings. यहाँ पे ये हो गया बड़ा पोस्ट हो गया I became prime minister I became so and so that's what it is now everyone लड़ाई झड़ाई में मतलब we get involved so much into this public into this politics we only think about we don't think what more things are there just let go of it then you understand
Right.
the moment you leave something then okay that's it suppose you understood what is Paramahamsa
Yes. Yes.
so you should it's not difficult to become a Paramahamsa a soul realized person
For a common man, it is because even since I'm practicing, even I find it difficult because, like you mentioned, give an analogy of giving a car to someone else, and if I do the same thing, and if I put my hard-earned money in that in buying that car, and if somebody just puts a dent on the door, it is going to hurt because I care for that materialistic object, even because I
yeah,
put my hard-earned money, my sweat, my tears, my time into owning that object, that material object, even though. So I put my
correct.
care and love. So I put my feelings and I've made myself attached to that material object. And now uh, the thinking is to be let go of that material object as if it's
Difficult.
not mine.
Yeah, it is
That is a
difficult.
difficult thing.
Certainly, it's difficult to let go of a particular thing, but that's what is required. And then you should have universal love, which is very
Yeah.
difficult. You can forgive people and you can forget, but then certain times, certain people we don't forgive them. There also that's how even the Paramahamsa is the one quality is that you just forgive and let go. Don't have to worry about what's happening. Even someone has done wrong to you, if that person comes and meets you and says, I need something, do we, a normal human being, will not do anything to him? He will not even look at his face. But if you are able to address the situation and help him out of your way, that is where you are changing. That's why you are
Right.
different from others, right?
Realizing that what makes us different, and that realization is something which I think spirituality brings it into our life. So yeah.
So that,
Okay. So moving on, so you were telling that you healed many people in Orissa and Leh Ladakh during your army tenure. And can you explain more? Can you share your experience of healing people just with a basic course that you did? For
yeah. See, the thing is that for me, I was in a particular situation where Leh Ladakh is a very secluded place. It's away from the main course. It was very difficult for me. When I learned basic course, yes, I healed a lot of people with the basic knowledge itself. Like people who had their sunburns were very easy because of the snow. I had my most of the people from Chandigarh. They're all very fair people, and they had sunburns, all red spots on their faces and the body everywhere. So when we did applied the healing for them, miraculously they got healed. They used to come back after about 2 3 hours. They used to come back, sir, अभी नहीं है मेरे ऊपर नहीं है. So they used to feel so happy, and I felt so happy that I did something. I said I just moved my hand only. That's all, and put it like remembering, of course, master. And I did this. So when such type of feeling was done, in just by using the basic course itself, by doing basic course itself, I did. Then I moved to Chandigarh from Leh. When I moved to Chandigarh from Leh, there also I did not find my any advanced teacher or anything. So neither anyone. My teachers were all far off. Even Reddy sir was far off. So I don't have any. That time we didn't have all this mobile and other things, so we didn't have much communication. So I used to open the book, read it, and then do it. We didn't have even an audio for a meditation. So we had the meditation, we had to try to read it and then do it. After some time, I said, reading is difficult. So I taped it in the small tape which we have earlier. So
Yeah.
in that tape, I taped it and a lot of noise was there. It doesn't matter. I said that what we think about what we want is the meditation. So I got the meditation done. And then those days, I first learned it that way only, that before doing a healing, you have to meditate. That will not meditation karke hi, you can do the healing. Otherwise, you cannot do the healing. So we used to, when a patient comes, we used to make them wait, do the meditation only ourselves, not them. We never made the patient do the meditation. We used to do the meditation. We say, we'll come, we'll do the prayer, and then come and then heal. And if they're
How
saying
did
that,
that affect, like, what experience did you feel before doing the meditation and after doing the meditation in the healing process?
so when we did the meditation, when the moment we do the meditation, we get a lot of energy. The healing process was very fast. See, like for example, if someone is coming, telling that we are coming at 10 o'clock for the healing. So we used to prepare ourselves by 9 o'clock, we used to finish 9:30 and all, we finish off the meditation and we have to wait for these people to come. And by 10 o'clock, when you start the healing and do the healing, it works like a miracle. Within 15 minutes, 20 minutes, the healing process is finished. And they say, oh, I feel my distinct pain is gone. And they used to be so thrilled. In fact, we were also thrilled how this is happening. First
How
time
did you
when
juggle between those
what
army
time?
activities, regular management, army management and duty work and the
Hmm.
healing process? Because, how did you juggle between those two?
No, I see. I was telling when I was in Leh, I was the garrison engineer there. I kept a bucket of water under my table. That is the
No, I mean, like,
disposable.
didn't my question is, like, did not the manager, your commanding officer, did they not oppose you? Like, why are you doing these sort of activities in place of?
No, they never opposed me. In fact, they were so thrilled. And I tell you a very good incident. You asked me about my commanding officer. The commanding officer say he used to be so tensed. Something is going to happen. I want him. Where is Venkat? Where is Venkat? He used to Colonel Venkat. I was major that time, so I used to call him. So when I never used to go immediately. I used to think, meditate, think about 2 minutes, meditate about him, and then bless him, and then go. The moment he sees me, he wears the same smile you people are wearing. He used to wear a big smile. यार तुमको तो मैं डांटने के लिए बैठा था तुम हमको कैसे हंसी लेके आए you brought मुस्कुराहट in our face. How come you do this here? So I bless them and go, nothing happens to me. So they were thrilled actually. Whenever I go, they used to ask me, यार ये करूं क्या ना करूं आप क्या कर रहे हैं मेरे ऊपर ऐसा मत करो. In fact, one of the Air Force commander, Air Commodore, you say यार तुम हरकत मत करो तुम इधर मेरे को कुछ कर देगा तुम. So he used to be scared. So that way also was there, but at the same time they knew that I am pranic killer. I never kept that as a secret because I wanted people to know about it and nothing wrong in doing something. And in fact, for Javans and all I did for when they fell down for example, one of my colleague officer, he had his thumb while playing handball, it got broke. Literally, it was fallen like this. From here, it broke the thumb. Imagine what pain it should be then. He said, I asked him many times, do you have pain? I was healing him. Of course, the moment he had this initial pain he had, then afterwards I was giving him so much of healing. I went along with him to the doctor. Doctor also said, अरे तुमको दर्द नहीं हो रहा है? नहीं सर ये बंदा है मेरे बगल में खड़ा है तो ये करते रह रहे मेरे कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. So I kept the healing done for him and he was not having a single pain. And then when he just pulled it and he made it all right and put a bandage and left him, he said, you're okay. And he said, अरे मेरा कुछ नहीं हुआ. Like that. So that type of thing also they have done. I mean, it's a miracle actually when we did this for him, and we have stopped. One of my drivers, he had blade. He had kept a blade in his this thing, and in the vehicle, not to keep it very clean and other things, cleaning any dust and other things, he used to keep the blade. So in that process, he cut his hand. He didn't know that he's cut his finger. So he went around dropping blood was all over. He dropped the blood. Then I asked him, "Hey, क्या है? पता नहीं सर कहाँ से आया? तुम्हारा हाथ दिखाओ." बोलते हैं, the full bleeding was there from his thumb. So afterwards, I said, "Okay, तुम अभी इसको एक बांध दो, रुमाल बांध दो and write it." And then I gave him the healing. As he was driving, I gave him the healing and I was sitting behind. And then after some time, I asked him, how is it? He opened up the kerchief. In the process, he opened it up and so both said. Then he forgot that which hand it is. कोई sign नहीं दिखा रहा. So that type of healing we have done. So that's one thing. And I want to mention at this time how my wife had, those days we have swing doors in the army. The kitchen, we have swing doors. It swings back. And under the kitchen door, they put aluminum foil, so that aluminum sheet actually, so that nothing will enter. So in that aluminum sheet, what happened? It cut the toes of my wife. It took along with some flesh and also the skin all came up. And she was bleeding and pain with a lot of severity. So she called me. I was on the way from Orissa. I was there on the way. I'm coming. So she told me this has happened. And I said, just you put back the skin and everything together and wrap some wet cloth along. That's all I. That wet cloth, that is the kerchief, she took the kerchief and put it. And wet cloth, she put it and she kept, and she had some pain initially. Then after we did the healing, after we finished the healing, I told her, came and asked her, show me the toe where this problem was there. When she opened up, she found that I found there's nothing there. The skin, everything was all right. Nothing has happened. As if nothing has happened. It looked like nothing has happened.
Wow.
I know it was a miracle. For her, it was miraculous.
I mean, apart from people who have witnessed it, it's hard for audience to believe such miracles.
No, it is such miracles are do happen. It can happen. So I was wondering. In fact, it was something that I was surprised. So like that healing we have done. My neighbor also was suffering some fever, some asthma. He was not able to breathe. I just told him, okay, your asthma is gone. I just took it and just put it this way. And that, like Master used to say, gone. Your problem gone. Your problem gone. Like that, my Master used to say. I said, I'm thinking about Master. And then he said, okay, problem gone. Went off. And it became all right. The best part of it was when I was I went to Goa for inspection. I was coming in the army vehicle. That army vehicle I'm in the garrison engineer's office. So there they don't have all this army Jawan driving it and all. They have a civilian working on it. And I was sitting by the side of it in civilian clothes. And there was a big riot in Goa. People are throwing, petrol bombs. So they told me, sir, you cannot go. And my driver was really scared. He was so scared that he said, sir, gaadi chhod ke main bhag jaunga. I said, no. You said, don't worry. Something will happen. I am there. Don't worry. I am an army officer. Don't worry about it. Sit. So he sat with because of me. Otherwise, he would have left. But then we didn't have any place to go. Then I suddenly went. I told him, just park near the beach there inside. And then I just prayed to the Supreme God and to Master. I just invoked Master's blessings. Out of nowhere, I found police with 3 vehicles there, and they came and then they called me. Come, we will escort you, sir, wherever you want to. It is something. They had both 3 vehicles full of people, soldiers. The police people were there, more than about 30-40 people. A big group of them were there, and front and back. And they told me, sir, you join us, we'll leave you wherever you. So such type of miracle takes place. But I never said this before, but then I thought it came in my mind just now. So these things take place. It's not that we are doing something out of the way, but it takes place.
So when did you get a chance to meet Grandmaster Chokoksi for the first visit of yours?
That first visit that was also it's a miraculous one. I never expected. See, there was something. Master was giving a lecture in Chennai in one of the schools in Good Shepherd Convent. About 5,000 people had come. Okay, so someone told me, go and meet. You want to see Master? You go and meet him. I've not done advance also that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just went. I went there along with my daughter and my wife. We were all 3 were sitting in a chair, and then suddenly my daughter wanted to have some water. So I brought my daughter along and gave water to her, and then turned a car came and sped and come and opened up in front of me. There was a door opened up, and as the door opens up, I see Master in front of me. And to my surprise, Master is so humble. He says always Namaste. I was wondering, he said Namaste to me, and then I said immediately I said Namaste. My daughter also shook her head and said this Namaste. And then I was surprised. That's the first meeting I can say. I didn't know that he was a master. Then I said, oh, I seen his face. Oh, this is the one master. This is our master. Then see, the moment I'm talking to you, I feel all my goosebumps in my body. So I met him. That is the first meeting you can see. Then afterwards we went. He went in a shortcut to the podium, and I had to go a long way. Can you expect a guru like him waiting for me to sit? I was the last person to sit because I was somewhere, my wife was sitting somewhere and right in front in between some 10 people in the middle. So I have to cross them and go and sit. Till the time we settled, he didn't speak. He just looked at us. Then my wife said, Ishara Dekhe, she said, hey, he is looking at you. Why sit fast? Then immediately I sat, and then that's how the first meeting of Master. And to my luck, after we finished this was his meeting, and he said there the healing of Master was something very funny. He asked all the people who cannot lift your hands. There are some people who have come only for the shoulder pain, they said. So shoulder pain and they cannot lift their hands. Who all cannot lift? Please lift both your hands. So there are about more than 500 people lifting both their hands.
Okay.
So I said, hey, funny, you people cannot lift your hands and you are lifting your hands. That is what is master means. No one has to realize that this thing is happening. Then, see, the thing is that all happened in one day. Can you imagine? I met him. Then afterwards, one of my senior teachers, he is going. I mean, he was learned advanced that time. By the time I learned advanced, the advanced teacher told me, "You come to my house. You come to my house." I said, "Why?" No, you just come. I said, "I want to learn Arati." He said, "You come. There'll be a person there. You can meet him. You come there." So I went to his house. I didn't realize that he is called Master. So Master had come there. After we went there, there were only 4 people: myself, my wife, my co-brother, and one more person, my name Kailash. He was the person who was going to next arrange for Master in Tirupati for his teachings about Aratic Yoga. So I had to meet that particular person, but then I saw Master sitting right in front of me. Master came, he's in a chair, he's sitting right in front of me. We are all sitting on the floor. Just myself, Kailash, Mr. Kailash, my wife, and my co-brother, and my daughter. She was in the lap of my wife. That's all. That's the first time I got what you call Shaktipat. He came and tapped on our back and said, "You have the Shaktipat." He gave us a small meditation, and we're all blessed. That's the first time I got a Shaktipat without doing anything.
What do you mean by that? Shaktipat? What is that?
It's initiation.
Okay.
They touch on the back. When Master touches, gives a tap on the back. That initiation, you can feel you can see really beautiful. The feeling is something different. When I meet you next time, I'll give you the Shaktipat. See how you feel. I try to invoke for Master's blessings and give it to you. So that particular thing happened to me. That was a great experience that I wanted to narrate it to you as well.
Okay.
So did you get a chance to interact with him that time, or were you just a listener and was he sharing his wisdom that?
That time I couldn't interact because I don't know much about him, but he knew about who I am. He just gave a smile and he was very happy. And we were touched not to touch the feet and all. But my co-brother, he said, "No, you can touch karunga. Pura pet I think put his head also." And I told him, "You're a lucky person." He was suffering from heart problems, so that's why I took him up. And he never had a heart problem later.
Oh, that's
He never had a heart problem. Like, we see in Sai movies, how people touch this leg and he got healed. I felt Master is something like that only. So he was something. Afterwards only I came into contact. After I did Aratic Yoga, in Tirupati I did Aratic Yoga. Then only I shared
that
my
time
experience.
also were you serving in army or you had
serving now. I used to take my 2 months leave. I made sure that my leave coincided with Master's retreat.
That's it.
If they don't give also, I said I'll run away. I'll go absent without leave. AWL without leave. And no, they used to give me. Because I used to save my chutti only for masters.
Okay.
So that was a good thing, good experience. In fact, master is a very, very good person. There's nothing, I mean, I have never seen a person like him. People come here, a lot of people, a lot of big people, saints, they call themselves, when they call themselves as something higher up. I don't want to mention their names, but then those people, they take a lot of money and they swindle the money and go. Money, master says, I have enough money. And he says, I don't want, I want to give it to the organization. So he used to give the money to the organization. He doesn't take a single penny to himself. Even he stays in the hotel in 5-star and 7-star hotel, and he makes sure that he stays in a comfortable way, and he wants us also to have a 5-star and 7-star. So then he always arranges in the 5-star hotel. So next time, industry, please arrange my class in 5-star hotel, not in a
What's that?
simple apartment.
For sure, I'll
Actually,
go. Yeah.
hey, you'll get. Actually, I have inculcated a habit now to go only. I don't take food normally. I don't go to a normal restaurant nowadays. If it is until unless it's quite good. I I have inculcated a habit of going to a 5-star hotel. Doesn't matter the money. It doesn't matter what I spend, but I like to go to a 5-star hotel and have food. Just once in a, at least twice a week, twice in a month, or 3 times in a month, we go to a 5-star.
Yeah, that feeling is different when
And
you
we
go to a
have to,
five-star hotel and when you go back, when you go back to a small hotel and you feel that was more better. I should go there only. Even though if I go for once in a month also, it is better to go to that hotel itself. I feel something.
How is
yeah,
it
see,
just
that's
in line with the spirituality, like going to a 5-star hotel? How is this
see,
in
yeah,
line with it?
how is this related? Okay, good question. So why this culture? Why they wanted to bring up this culture? Because until unless you have money, until unless we have money, I mean, money is a very source of what we want to. When we go to a particular thing, we will invite money. We'll invite qualities of the people who are around us. The people who come there are very rich. So you will get automatically. You will invite the qualities like this of them, and thereby you will become rich. You will become a better person. You go to a 5-star, you adopt this culture of 5-star hotel culture, you will find that automatically your financial status will become better. But then when you become misery, don't want to spend what you have, then let God help
So
you.
basically, it's the law of attraction.
Yeah, law of attraction, basically, yeah. And also what the thing is that until unless you spend something, how can you get more? You give, you get. If you don't like to give, you cannot get. What's the point? And why should someone God give you the money? Right? When he's giving you, go for it, you'll see that it keep coming. Actually, I
Right.
forgot. I should have told industry before itself like this. Put arrange in a 5-star hotel. And they'll give you a lot of concession. You see a lot of people will come. Yeah. So master was that. And I am grateful to master because he brought the culture to me. And he had in fact given us at least 2 coffee. Twice he has called us to the 7-star hotel in Bangalore. Okay. And he has given us coffee. He has taken me around. I walked along with master and wanted to implement certain things in his ashram. So he showed me all the waterfall and all those things which I normally have done it myself, but then he wanted me to do more. So he didn't bother about all this. That was
Also, you
his
got a chance to work along with him as well for the
yes.
ashram. That's
The great thing is that he mastered, I mean, he knows me well. That's more important. He only wanted me to go to Ghana. He only wanted me to go to Ghana. He said he went there to Ghana for a retreat, and from Then he said, why don't you call Colonel here? It will be good for me. And as he said, I do not know, maybe something intuition was there in him. And I did well in Ghana. In Ghana itself, I healed more than 10,000 people. On one day, I'm telling you, 2008, February 9th, my birthday was there. On that day, it was something like a gift, you can call it. On one day, there were more than 100 patients. And I was taking the advanced class that day with 15 to 20 people, 20 students. I was taking the advanced class. On that day, I had about nearly 100 patients, right from morning 7:30 onwards till evening 6:30, they were there. I had 3 healers. They all were running, sir, Amara, new or both. Very difficult. What to do? What can I do? So many people are coming. What to do? Say, don't worry. They were also happy about it. That type of feeling, I think you cannot get it. And when I was in Ghana, it was a wonderful thing. We used to sit under a tree in a place like Ghana, on the roadside, under a tree, myself and my wife are healing people. All are black people, they're all watching us, kya kar rahe hai, who is this Indian doing what? But then we never thought who is watching us, what they are doing, nothing. And we have done some miracle healings. Same way, I have some videos I'd like to share sometimes. I mean, a boy came with a hand completely swollen like this, big. 2 minutes, within 2 minutes, his big, I mean, inflated hand became completely deflated. That's what you can see. There was so much of inflammation in his hand, it completely deflated within 2 minutes. And a lady had severe pain in the leg. I just did the healing for her. I cannot say I did it. Myself and the healers, the divine healing people have done it for us. The healing ministers, they were helping and he got healed. So such type of healing.
We would definitely love to cover your Ghana experience story in another session of the podcast. I think that will take a complete session to get that knowledge out of your experience in Ghana. So
yeah, that's
great.
What message will you give to the young healers out there? We all are, imbibe that quality of earning money first. So what is the message that you would like to give us as a healer?
Money is a secondary thing, I told you. It will come to you. Once you do the service properly, you learn first what masters taught, learn it properly, apply it properly, practice diligently. Practice diligently, meditate, and purify yourself. When you do all these things, money will get attracted. Money will attract you. You don't have to run after them. So when you do proper healing, people will come to you. See, I'm telling you so far, I have not approached anyone for healing. People, I mean, anyone has, I not said, please come here, I will heal you. They themselves will come and said, somewhere, nowhere, from US, other day, someone from UK called me. He said, sir, I think you are a good healer. Why don't you heal us? Like that, people can come. People will come to you. Don't have to worry about it. You will just have to be a good. You have to practice diligently, follow master's book, go systematically as per the protocol. Then you will attract Lord. And do meditate every day. Don't think that this person is going to give money. Some people think, oh, ये बंदा के पास देने से पैसा नहीं मिलेगा. No, never think about it. Just do the healing. Don't worry, the money will come to you. You want money, it will come. Money does not come only from one source, there are many sources. And do more healings, free healings you do, and say in and ask for the same to manifest it into a paid healing. You will get manifested.
Yes, sir.
See, we used to do healing and we used to get students from nowhere. In many places, it used to happen that way. So don't worry about it. Nowadays, I'm not doing healing, but then when someone asks for a healing, then I give it. But then I give it properly. Not that it takes some time, but I give it. Yeah. That's it. Hope I answered you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your time with us and sharing your experience, wonderful experiences of journey as a healer from Lieutenant Colonel to pranic healer and trainer. Thank you so much. Atma Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Atmana.
Thank you.
So we, as a part of Abhilasha Prana Center, we have been running this podcast series, and we'll be getting a few more podcasts out here along with Sir and cover a few more topics related to pranic healing and spirituality. So thank you guys. Thank you, industry. Thank you, sir. Atma.